Hello, my name is David Ansara of the Center for Risk Analysis. We are a think tank based in South Africa with a global perspective, and we help you to understand current risks, prepare for an uncertain future, and prosper tomorrow. And we spend a lot of time analyzing the socio and economic indicators, data sets that we utilize in our analysis. And we've been particularly concerned by the state of the middle class in South Africa, which we believe is undergoing a contraction after many years post-1994 of growth and expansion, particularly the growth in the black middle class. But this is a worrying trend indeed, not just in terms of the economic prospects for ordinary South Africans, but also the future political economy of South Africa. And I'm joined today by Gerbrandt van Heerden, who is an analyst in the CRA team. Gerbrandt, how do we define the middle class in South Africa?
Thank you, David. So yes, there is quite a debate about what the definition of the middle class is. Some use the country's median income to define the middle class, but we don't think that's a reliable measure because the median income in South Africa will be very low due to a large number of low-income households. So instead, the Center for Risk Analysis identified a few socioeconomic indicators which we think are indicative of a typical white picket fence middle-class lifestyle. And these indicators include houses owned but not yet fully paid off to a bank or financial institution, because this indicates people who are paying off a bond, private medical health care, a tertiary degree. We found that people with a degree are twice as likely to find a job than those who just have matric. And then also a monthly household expenditure of 10,000 Rand or more per month.
And Gerbrandt, now that we've had the economic lockdown imposed by the government in the wake of the coronavirus crisis, what is the state of the middle class today? Are we seeing a contraction in the number of people in the middle class and in their standards of living?
Yes, so the nationwide lockdown has had a severe impact on the middle class, but even before the coronavirus pandemic, we started to see red flags in terms of the growth of the middle class. And this is because of poor management of the economy by the government and poor policy decisions. And as a result, we've seen the proportion of households owning a home that is not fully paid off decline from around 9% in 2014 to around 7% in 2018. We've seen the number of medical aid, or rather we've seen the proportion of medical aid beneficiaries consistently decline since 2011. The UN Development Programme, they showed that they expect the South African middle class to decline by a third following the nationwide lockdown. We've also seen that consumer defaults on secured lending products such as home loans and vehicle loans, that has risen substantially since April 2019 to April 2020. And what this means is that even wealthier households were not shielded from the very brutal, very lengthy nationwide lockdown. And so there are numerous signs based on these indicators that show that South Africa's middle class is in trouble, and so the country itself.
Thank you very much, Gerbrandt. I think that that's quite concerning analysis. And I think what's very interesting about this is typically what we've seen in terms of voting patterns is that ANC supporters tend to respond very positively at the polls to increases in their standards of living and improvements in their material circumstances. So as we head up to the 2021 elections, which may or may not go ahead as planned, and also the 2024 elections, we're going to see some very interesting effects, I think, in terms of popular support for the ANC in the wake of the lockdown, and given this declines in living standards. All right, well, that's all from the Center for Risk Analysis. Thank you very much, Gerbrandt, for your insights. And if you like this video, please do give us a like, do share it on your social media platforms, and remember to subscribe to the channel But we're also running a 30-day free trial at the moment. There's a link in the description below. There's no risk to you. You will benefit from all of our insights, briefings, and reports. Until tomorrow, 7 a.m., take care and have a good week.